The movie opens in a quaint small town in 1860. In the heart of a dense forest stands a solitary house where Florence resides with her 3 children. On this particular day, the weather takes a turn for the worse, enveloping the surroundings in darkness. In the absence of electricity, the flickering glow of candles illuminates the room where Florence sits with her children. Suddenly, a sense of unease grips Florence as she notices movement behind her. A mysterious figure draped in a white cloth catches her eye, sending shivers down her spine. With trepidation, she ventures downstairs, only to find the ghostly presence seemingly heading towards her children's room. Fear grips her heart as she hastens to follow, but upon arrival, she finds nothing but empty silence. As Florence reaches her children's room, she discovers her son missing, prompting her to question her daughter. In a state of panic, the daughter recounts a chilling tale of a black man taking her brother. Initially dismissing it as childish imagination, Florence descends into the depths of concern and embarks on a frantic search for her missing child. Seeking assistance, she instructs her maid to join the search effort. However, as she rushes back to her children's room upon hearing a disturbance, she finds neither her son nor her daughter present. Filled with dread, she scours every corner of the room, her desperation mounting with each passing moment. In a moment of eerie revelation, Florence notices a white cloth ominously draped nearby, accompanied by haunting laughter. Convinced it's her son playing a prank, she unveils the cloth, only to be met with emptiness. As time stretches on, spanning 3 harrowing months, a paranormal investigator enters the scene. Proficient in navigating the realm of ghostly phenomena, she's engaged in aiding a distraught father whose son has also vanished. Amidst this turmoil, Florence reaches out to the investigator for assistance, but her pleas are met with refusal, setting the stage for a complex and chilling journey into the unknown. Florence's heart weighed heavy with sorrow upon realizing her children remained missing. Amidst her despair, another figure enters the scene, Kelly, a fellow paranormal investigator renowned for her unconventional methods. Inquiring about Florence's presence, Kelly listens intently as Florence recounts the unsettling events of her children's disappearance 3 months prior. Florence shares her conviction that a spectral entity known as the Nursery Man lurks within her home, a revelation born from her children's tales dismissed as mere fantasies. Yet, now haunted by the echoes of ghostly laughter and her daughter's mournful cries, Florence harbors a deep-seated belief that her children are still among the living, albeit ensnared by the nurseryman's grasp. Moved by Florence's plight, Kelly pledges her assistance. The following day, she arrives at Florence's residence, greeted by the eerie sight of windows shrouded in cloth. Aware of the nurseryman's presence manifesting in reflective surfaces, Florence had taken measures to shield herself from his gaze. Undeterred, Kelly begins her investigation. As she unveils the cloaked windows, her keen eyes scan the surroundings, but the ghostly apparition remains elusive. It's then revealed that Florence's dwelling is not merely a house, but the ancestral home of her late husband, a detail that adds further layers of intrigue to the unfolding mystery. Years earlier, Florence's husband had passed away, leaving her to grapple with the weight of grief and loss. As Kelly delves deeper into the investigation, she seeks to pinpoint the locus of the children's spectral presence. Florence confides that the children's room serves as a focal point for the mysterious occurrences. Armed with her divining rod, a conduit for communication with the spirit realm, Kelly ventures into the children's room. Yet, as she crosses the threshold, an unseen force delivers a sharp slap, signaling the potent energy that permeates the space. Undeterred, Kelly addresses the invisible presence, beseeching the children to make their presence known. In a haunting display, blocks arranged in the room spell out the word, "Here," a chilling confirmation of the children's lingering spirits. As Kelly's divining rod grows unbearably hot, leaving her hands seared, the intensity of the encounter underscores the gravity of Florence's plight. Meanwhile, in Kelly's own home, her son becomes privy to his mother's involvement in Florence's case. Moved by compassion, he assists his mother, gathering relevant books to aid in the investigation. A letter from Florence further elucidates the depths of her anguish. Despite warnings to steer clear of the unsettling case, Kelly remains resolute in her determination to unravel the mysteries shrouding Florence's home. A week later, she takes a decisive step, relocating to the very house steeped in spectral enigma. With unwavering resolve, Kelly systematically removes the cloths veiling the windows, allowing the penetrating light to pierce the gloom. Standing before a mirror, she fixes her gaze upon its reflective surface, her eyes unblinking as she prepares to delve into the unknown. To fortify her surroundings against malevolent forces, Kelly sprinkles holy powder outside the children's room, creating a barrier to confine any lingering spirits within. She affixes several bells as further deterrents, their chimes serving as sentinels against ethereal intruders. Turning her attention to a tome of arcane knowledge, Kelly delves into the intricacies of mirror-based divination. With each incantation and ritualistic gesture, she endeavors to bridge the chasm between realms, determined to peer beyond the veil and uncover the truth hidden within the shadows. As Kelly gazes into the mirror, a chilling sight unfolds before her eyes, a figure seated upon a chair, its spectral presence casting an eerie aura. Sensing the return of Florence's daughter to her room, Kelly is acutely aware of the nurseryman's relentless attempts to unsettle her. Undeterred by the spectral antics, Kelly confronts the nurseryman, steadfast in her resolve not to succumb to fear. Despite his efforts to intimidate her, she stands her ground, asserting her strength and defiance in the face of adversity. Yet, as night descends, a haunting lament echoes from the children's room, drawing Kelly into its somber embrace. There, amidst the shadows, she encounters a grotesque doll, its unsettling visage a harbinger of looming dread. The following day, Kelly's reflection in the mirror reveals ominous marks upon her neck, a grim testament to the malevolent forces at play. Accompanying the haunting symbols are blocks arranged to spell out the chilling declaration, "I can," a stark reminder of the nurseryman's sinister intentions. Undeterred by these ominous omens, Kelly steels herself for the challenges yet to come, determined to unravel the enigma shrouding Florence's haunted abode. Moved by her son's discovery, Kelly embarks on a journey to meet the elderly woman who once resided in Florence's now haunted home. The old woman shares her harrowing experiences, recounting encounters with the malevolent soul that still lingers within the house's walls. For 7 long years, the specter's presence has cast a shadow of fear over the old woman's life, manifesting itself in chilling apparitions glimpsed within the confines of the mirror. She reveals a tragic past, disclosing how the same malevolent entity claimed her brother, leaving him lost to the mists of time. Fearing for her own safety, she and her family fled the accursed abode, sparing her from a similar fate. As Kelly absorbs the old woman's tale of terror, the gravity of the situation becomes ever more apparent. The sinister history of the house, tainted by the specter's malevolence, casts a pall over Florence's plight, hinting at the darkness lurking within the shadows. With newfound determination, Kelly resolves to confront the malevolent force head-on, determined to bring an end to its reign of terror and unravel the mysteries that shroud the haunted house. As Kelly shares the drawing of the nurseryman with the old woman, a shocking revelation unfolds. The drawing bears an uncanny resemblance to artwork crafted by the woman's own brother, who had vanished years prior under the ominous influence of the malevolent spirit. Stricken by the eerie connection, the old woman recounts her brother's futile attempts to expose the truth, only to be met with disbelief and scorn from those around him. Seeking solace in her brother's validation, the old woman acknowledges the futility of halting the nurseryman's reign of terror. She recounts a grim encounter with Florence's husband, who, 7 years prior, sought her aid in the wake of his own children's disappearance from the same accursed abode. This revelation casts a shadow of suspicion over Florence's husband's intentions and actions, raising perplexing questions regarding the intertwined fates of both families. As the pieces of the puzzle slowly converge, Kelly is left grappling with the chilling realization that the mysteries surrounding the haunted house run far deeper than initially perceived, shrouded in a veil of darkness that threatens to consume all who dare to unravel its secrets. The old woman's chilling revelation sends shivers down Kelly's spine as she realizes the gravity of the situation. As she departs, the weight of the old woman's words lingers heavily upon her, a haunting reminder of the perilous path she now treads. Arriving at Florence's doorstep, Kelly shares the unsettling truths unearthed during her encounter with the old woman. Florence's anguish is palpable as she grapples with the regret of not heeding her children's warnings, haunted by the knowledge that her husband too fell victim to the spectral machinations that now threaten her own life. Seeking solace in shared understanding, Kelly and Florence confront the chilling reality of their intertwined fates, bound by the malevolent force that lurks within the haunted confines of Florence's ancestral home. With each revelation, the shadows of the past grow ever darker, casting a pall over their fragile existence as they brace themselves for the horrors yet to come. As Kelly and her son delve into the trove of books authored by Florence's late husband, they embark on a nocturnal odyssey through the corridors of Darkwood House's haunted history. With each page turned, they hope to unearth clues that might illuminate the sinister forces at play within the shadows. Yet, despite their tireless efforts, the answers remain elusive, veiled in layers of cryptic prose and enigmatic tales. The weight of the unknown presses upon them, casting a pall of uncertainty over their endeavors. In a chilling moment of realization, Kelly's son is gripped by an unseen presence, a spectral touch upon his shoulder that sends shivers down his spine. Consumed by fear, he flees from the oppressive atmosphere, leaving Kelly to confront the unearthly truths that lie hidden within the pages before her. As she delves deeper into the writings of Florence's husband, Kelly unravels the harrowing tale of his upbringing within the walls of Darkwood House. Tormented by the malevolent nurseryman since childhood, Florence's husband carried the burden of his haunted past into adulthood, only to find himself ensnared once more by the sinister specter upon his marriage. With each revelation, the threads of fate intertwine, weaving a tapestry of terror that binds Kelly and Florence to the dark legacy of Darkwood House. As the truth emerges from the shadows, they must confront the malevolent nurseryman head-on, lest they become ensnared in its grasp like those who came before them. The dark history of Darkwood House unfurls like a tapestry of tragedy and terror as Kelly uncovers the grim legacy of Florence's late husband. His successive marriages, each marked by the inexplicable disappearance of his children, cast a shadow of suspicion over his dealings with the malevolent nurseryman. Florence, unknowingly becoming his third wife, faced the same sinister fate as her predecessors, her children vanishing into the clutches of the vengeful spirit. As Kelly shares these grim revelations with Florence, the weight of despair descends upon her, overwhelming her with grief and anguish. Struggling to maintain composure, Florence's emotional turmoil reaches a breaking point, prompting Kelly to seek medical intervention for her fragile state. Returning to Darkwood House in search of answers, Kelly's son unwittingly stumbles upon the scene of supernatural terror. As he ventures into the children's room, a haunting echo of their cries pierces the silence, sending chills down his spine. In a moment of panic, he reaches out to Kelly for reassurance, only to find himself trapped within the confines of the sinister abode. As the events unfold with tragic inevitability, Florence, consumed by despair, makes a fateful decision that seals her tragic fate. With the weight of the nurseryman's curse bearing down upon them, Kelly and her son are left to confront the chilling reality of Darkwood House's malevolent legacy, where the boundaries between the living and the dead blur into a nightmarish realm of terror and despair. As Kelly returns to Florence's haunted abode, she braces herself to confront the malevolent spirit head-on. With fearless determination, she shatters the windows of the house, daring the soul to challenge her resolve. Her unwavering courage serves as a beacon of defiance against the forces of darkness that seek to ensnare her. Summoning all her strength, Kelly issues a bold ultimatum to the vengeful spirit, offering herself in exchange for the safety of her son. In a daring display of selflessness, she ventures deep into the heart of the supernatural maelstrom, guided by an unwavering resolve to free her loved one from the clutches of evil. Upon discovering ancient texts detailing a ritual for releasing trapped spirits, Kelly embarks on a quest for redemption, determined to break the curse that plagues Darkwood House. Armed with newfound knowledge, she returns to the accursed abode, unearthing the key to the spirit's salvation in the form of a long-forgotten skull. As Kelly prepares to lay the restless soul to rest, she is confronted by the malevolent force in a final showdown of wills. In a desperate bid to protect her son, she confronts the spectral entity head-on, risking everything in a battle for the very soul of Darkwood House. Yet, in a cruel twist of fate, Kelly finds herself overpowered and rendered unconscious, her valiant efforts thwarted by the relentless grip of darkness. As the flames engulf Florence's house, Kelly's son bravely retrieves the skull and buries it in the ground, fulfilling the ritual to free the trapped soul. Yet, amidst the chaos of the inferno, tragedy strikes as Kelly's valiant efforts are met with a fatal consequence. In a heartbreaking twist of fate, Kelly succumbs to the relentless fury of the blaze, sacrificing her own life to vanquish the malevolent spirit that plagued Darkwood House. Her son, bearing witness to the devastating loss, cradles her lifeless form in his arms, his tears mingling with the ashes of the fallen. Amidst the devastation, a spectral figure emerges, extending a hand to guide Kelly into the afterlife. It is revealed to be the soul of her husband, finally reunited with his beloved in death. Though their journey ends in sorrow, Kelly's courageous sacrifice ensures that the dark legacy of Darkwood House is finally laid to rest, her spirit forever intertwined with the echoes of the past. And so, the tale draws to a close, a haunting testament to the enduring power of love and redemption in the face of unspeakable darkness.